It's about that time again, so pack your bags and get ready. Hitting the road with the best of friends, and you know that you're gonna rock steady. Ain't gotta listen to your teacher when you're getting wasted by the beach again. You got Ballyhoo pumping in your stereo. This is the summer jam, so here we go.
Hi guys, I'm Santina Murin for TruVibesTV, and today I'm out here at Stage AE in Pittsburgh about to interview Howi from the incredibly talented band Ballyhoo.
Stop.
Humble Howi. So, you guys have been a band since the summer of 1995, right? So a long time, and it's you and your brother that started the band in the basement of your mother's house, correct? Okay, well, do you remember what influenced you to want to start the band?
My dad was into some bands when I was a little tiny kid, and then he took us to see, he had us listening to music from an early age. And then he took us to see like Def Leppard and Poison and all those 80s glam bands and stuff in the late 80s. And we, I don't know, I thought it was the coolest thing ever is see people on stage and have an audience, like watching them play their songs and the lights and the big sound and stuff. And I don't know, it just kind of stuck with me. Finally learned how to play guitar when I was like 13, I think. So.
All right, well, Scott joined the band in 2000, right? Okay, so was it just the two of you, you and your brother, before he joined? And then
we had a bass player, it was three guys. We all started just friends in high school and stuff. And this guy, Josh Farley, he was our first bass player. Love you, Josh. And then we actually went through a couple bass players. And Scott joined the band. We did a couple shows together in the area, some bigger Baltimore area shows. And he just kind of stuck around, and so we threw him on some tracks on the first record, and I don't know, we just kind of stuck around together and just kept recording and playing shows. So.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys have a lot of different styles incorporated to your music. So, would you say that your hashtag punk rock reggae sex music would be a good definition to define your genre?
Yeah, I was looking for like something silly, like a funny hashtag to kind of put out there and sort of, it's like the vibe of the band, and it's not necessarily like the style of music, like what is that, punk, rock, reggae, sex music, what is that, but it's more like, yeah, like punk, period, rocks, period, reggae, period, sex, period, and just kind of things that everyone enjoys, so, and sort of just puts out the overall vibe of the band, and it's kind of, yeah.
Well, you guys have been with, previously been with numerous amounts of record labels, and then in 2013 you guys started your own, Right Coast Records. What made you want to have your own record label?
I'd always wanted to run my own record label, and this was an opportunity for us to kind of do it, and by putting out our own band, putting out our own music, and before we tried it with any other bands and ruin their lives or anything. But, the idea of just being able to kind of do whatever we want, whenever we want. We could release a brand new album today and then release another, EP or something tomorrow. Just there's no,
Right, you really have that creative license to do exactly whatever you want.
There's no rules. We like to follow somewhat of a schedule to, so our fans aren't like completely confused or anything. But yeah, I mean, we plan on signing more bands and, doing it that way.
That's awesome. I really like that. Well, the first album that you guys put out, being on your own record label in 2013, was Pineapple Grenade. Do you feel like that was your best albums to date so far?
I don't know about best. I mean, I love it a lot. I mean, I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of all our records. I can't really pick one. It's hard because they're all like my babies, and I'm sure the guys would say the same thing. And but I mean, there are certain songs or certain albums that the fans, the general fan base, really kind of gravitate towards, like Cheers and Daydreams, and people really seem to dig Pineapple Grenade, and it was the first one to hit the Billboard charts, and we were stoked about that. So I don't know, we try to put out good music and write good songs and things that we love and things that we know our fans are going to love, and hopefully they like it.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys really are proud of that, since it was like your first one all on your own. You know what I mean? Like, that's really cool that you got such a positive feedback from that.
That's great.
Well, how would you say that you guys have progressed and transformed musically since your first full-length album, 365 Day Weekend in 2000?
We were a lot more like, I don't know, I'd say, I don't know, we sort of didn't really have an identity musically. Like, we had this like pop punk thing going with some reggae, and then we were kind of funky too, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think we just sort of, album to album over the years, you know, listening to more music and getting, you know, starting to love other types of music and stuff. I don't know, just those things just sort of come together, and you learn to play your instruments better. And I mean, I think there's some great songs on the first record, you know. I mean, I wrote some of those when I was, you know, 16, 17 years old. But you know, I think with, you know, with the subject matter changes as you get older. You write about more mature things or more adult-oriented things, or, you know, we still like to party and have a good time. And
some things never change.
Some things never change, and I think that the overall vibe, you know, if you look at our whole catalog, you know, you'll kind of see that bouncing around. There's like a nice common thing there.
Well, since we're on the topic of your albums, we wanted to know what made you guys pose naked for the cover of Do It for the Money?
My idea. I was like, we need to do something, because we were, at that point, we had nothing. We had our first record, but we hadn't put out anything in like 6 years, and we hadn't toured yet, and we just needed something to really stand out and get people talking. And I was like, let's go get naked and, you know, do this. So we went to some random shipyard or some ironworks or something in Jersey, and this guy shot us, and I don't know, it was really goofy. We were laughing the whole time, and that was fun. It's still I'm not ashamed of it. Whatever. It's just
no regrets. No regrets.
It's just kind of like where our humor is. You know, it's where we are.
Well, we're not complaining about the album cover. If that. Well, one song in particular on that album, Cali Girl, was that about anyone specific? You have to give us a little something. What can you tell us about that?
That really wasn't anything about anybody specifically. I think I was just kind of thinking about being in relationships, and maybe I was gonna bring someone down, or, you know, it's just kind of the idea of like the life that I live is very hard for anyone, like a significant other, to, you know, accept, and being away all the time, and, you know, maybe we're just, you know, maybe you should find somebody that's more your speed and that kind of thing. I don't know. And I don't know, it just kind of came out this little poppy little sing-along jam, Cali Girl.
We thought we would be getting the scoop since there was a specific girl leaving Maryland, and that's where you're from, so we had to ask.
Yeah, no, I just, you know, I mentioned Maryland because we're from there, and like the whole contrast of like East Coast, West Coast, Maryland, California, it kind of worked, you know.
It just worked. The vibe was right. Well, you guys are about to open up for 311 and Sublime with Rome, which is so cool, and we are so excited. We really are. But you are about to start a new tour, # Super Happy Fun Money Tour. How stoked are you for that?
Oh, I can't wait. You know, this is going to be a nice little kickoff. We've done a couple shows with 311 this weekend, and now Sublime with Rome's on the date, and we're friends with Rome, so he did some production work on our Pineapple Grenade record, and so it was cool catching up with him and seeing the 311 guys again, and then just kind of gonna leave this high and then head to the next high, which is the headliner tour. And yeah, we're gonna take Bumpin' Uglies and Fayuka out with us, good friends of ours, and just kind of go out there and crush it for 6 weeks. You know, like we love touring, we love being on the road, we love playing music for people, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you. And just lastly, since we are called True Vibes, sort of wanted to know what kind of vibes you put into your music and what kind of vibes you hope that your audience gets out of your music.
Positive, just straight up positive. Even if the song is about something sad, I try to put it to happy, more upbeat type of music. You know, so you're the weird thing about it is it sort of makes it feel like it's going to be okay, like it's okay. I don't know. Like I said earlier, we love to party and hang out and have a good time, and but then I write a lot of things about real life and just shit that happens, and if I don't know, I want people to be able to go to our music and feel better, you know? So it makes me feel better.
I love that. Well, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time. We really are excited to see you play tonight. And again, for TruVibesTV, I'm Santina Murin.
Jump out of line, start to unwind. Before you gotta get back to the grind. And don't waste a minute of your summertime. Sing it one more time. Jump out of line, start to unwind. Before you gotta get back ASMR.